And then for the 2-7 matchup, we got Lakers and Nuggets.
Nuggets in 4.
I'm gonna say Lakers in 6.
You're crazy. Video game.
We're hoping to get a future All-Star.
Come on, get back.
He's not. What is going on, YouTube? Back on another episode of After the Whistle, and I got Jaden with me this time.
I'm back,
We
guys.
got Jaden back, guys. So keep showing love. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, so we can get to 100. We're at like 98 right now. So please do us a favor and share this with your friends. Do yourself a favor and get us to 100.
Let me just say, guys. Thunder, they did it.
I knew it. Yeah, I'll let you.
Did it.
I'll let you stay. I'll let you stay on this hill for a second, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The Thunder did it. The Bucks weren't a dominant team, which I said wasn't going to happen. Go back and watch the video. I said Bucks, they're not going to be good. They're going to be just like every other team, and there's going to be a gap, all right? I told everybody. Look, I said Rudy Gobert is going to be Defensive Player of the Year. No one wanted to believe me. I told everyone the Lakers will win the in-season tournament. They didn't want to believe me. I told everyone Tyrese Maxey is going to have a breakout year. I told everyone, hey, Brunson, he played with the Mavs, boy. He's going to lead them Knicks to a top 3 seed. They didn't want to believe me. I haven't had a single NBA take be wrong this year. The only thing that could be wrong is Shea winning MVP, but I don't know. I think it might happen still. But even so, I would always say it's either Shea or Luka.
Not Jokic.
Now, if it becomes Joker, it's gonna be crazy. But
so wait, do you think the Bucks being bad, like what do you think hurt them? Because they were 30-13 at one point, and then they just tanked the rest of the year. They were like a sub 500 team. I don't even think they were 500.
they're old. Their coaching sucks. Dame's not what he used to be. The team is just not really constructed very well.
You think you got to give them another year?
They're going to be better next year. I will say that. They will. But at the same time, Dame is also getting older, and he's going to suck even more next year.
Did you see the Celtics being this 60 wins good? Because they had 61 wins, right?
Yeah, but I don't see them making the finals. I predicted that. I'll tell you that. I said, oh, yeah, Celtics going to be good. But they're not making the finals.
They do play the Heat in round 1, but...
Okay, another random thing. In 2K, every single time, you'll do start today, right? And Celtics obviously have their record today. Then in the year after that, they always get the number 1 pick because they're always in the play-in and they'll lose. And then somehow they always have really good odds to get number 1 and they get the number 1 pick. I don't understand how it always happens.
It's so
how are the Celtics out? They have the exact same team. And they suck. I don't understand it.
When I did it, so I played 2K earlier, and I did start today, and this was before the play-in game. So the Bulls ended up getting the 8th seed, right? The Bulls ended up sweeping the Celtics.
Oh my god!
I was like, "What is this simulation, bro?" And for some reason, there's like 3 teams that win the finals. It's either the Knicks, it's either the Thunder, or for some reason, it's the Cavs. I don't know why the Cavs always find a way to get in there. And then like the Clippers are always in the mix. I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Like this past one I just did, it was like, I think it was like the Knicks. It was the Knicks and the Mavericks. I was like, there's no way Jalen Brunson just carried everyone, like just carried this entire team. Like, it was wild.
Yeah, 2K is crazy because I think my yesterday my sim was literally insane. Absolutely crazy. I didn't make trades the whole first year or whatever. I just kept the same roster, right? I signed a couple guys, but that was it. Nothing crazy though, just role players. So the first year, um, Thunder win it. Thunder always just wins. The second year though, if I gave you 10 teams, if I said they're in the Eastern Conference and I said you have 10 guesses, you probably wouldn't get it.
It was probably the Hawks, wasn't it?
No. The team that won the championship in year number 2, like after this year, is the Brooklyn Nets.
Yo.
They were the number 1 seed with 55 wins. And I go and look at their roster. I click, I'm in the playoffs. I'm about to play against them, right? And I clicked the play now thing. I was like, who's on the Nets? Like they had to trade it for a star or sign somebody. I'm like looking at their roster. I'm like, oh, they're cooked. Their best player got hurt because I don't see him in the starting lineup. I go to their roster. They had a perfectly healthy team. Dude, they didn't even have Mikal Bridges no more. They traded Mikal Bridges, their best player, who goes on to win Finals MVP, is Karis LeVert. The Nets, year 2, won a championship, number 1 seed with Karis LeVert as their best player, 83 overall, Karis LeVert. But I guess what helped them is just the fact that they had like 11 80 overall people who were just like, well, like more like 79, like 78 to 81 overall people. Just a really deep team of just a bunch of like
Mid.
John Isaacs and Cam Johnson and stuff like that. Like just a bunch of random role players, all that are like high quality role players, and they just won the championship off that. It was crazy. And then the way they got there was playing the Celtics, who were in the play-in somehow. I was like, what the heck? But yeah, so
2K
that was
fixtures.
that was a
2K
random
fixture
tangent.
sim engine.
Yeah.
Like
Let's get into the play-in.
yeah, so the Bulls ended up losing. The season is
Hey,
over.
hey, hey, wait. We gotta start off with the first play-in
Okay,
game.
the first play in. So the first play in game before we start for the West or the East? Let's
We'll
start for the
go.
West because the West was cooler.
Well, yeah, we'll go West.
So the first game was the Lakers and the Pelicans. Zion was basically killing like the whole second half. He ended up with like 40. And then with like 3:13 left, he ended up getting hurt. Didn't play for the rest of the game, which a bigger story for me was Brandon Ingram didn't play like the last 7 minutes of the game, which um, I heard today watching the Kings game. It wasn't due to minute restriction because he was hurt for like 2 months. It wasn't due to minute restriction. It was actually a coaching decision that he didn't play for the 7 minute, like the last 7 minutes of the game. Um, the Lakers, they were beating them handedly. You know, they were up like I think double digits at one point. Um, they were playing really solid defense. They were hitting shots, and then Zion just went nuclear in the third and fourth quarter. Um, but Lakers came out on top, so they will be facing the Nuggets in round one. And then what was the second game? The second game was
Warriors versus Kings.
Warriors Kings. The Warriors ended up losing to the Kings. They actually
In
got like
terrible fashion.
yeah, it was really bad. Like the score might say one thing. I don't know what the final score was because I
It
turned
was by
off.
like 15 points, I think.
Yeah, but it was like Keegan Murray was hitting threes. Uh, Fox was getting whatever he wanted. Clay had a whole donut. Just oh,
That boy Clay Thompson
uh,
or Ring Clay.
Curry had 22, but it just it he just needed more help. He just needed more help. Um, yeah, he just needed more help. What were your takes on the West playing games?
That boy Clay Thompson, he was trying to trick us. He had a good last 2 months of the season. We're like, oh yeah, Clay Thompson ready for playoffs. Boy dropped a 0 for 10 in one of the most important games of his career in the past 4 years. Like,
Do you think he's done in a Warriors uniform? You think that was the last game?
I don't know, man.
I
I
don't think it's his
don't
last game. I really
know.
don't think it's his last game.
I think they're gonna just resign him. I like
I would do like
because the other
20 to
thing is
go ahead.
what people are saying is, oh, if he doesn't resign with the Warriors, he's gonna go to the 76ers. And like, I don't really want Klay Thompson because we would have to pay him a lot of money, and we don't want that. We
No,
don't
I
want
don't think
another
you pay
Al
him.
Horford situation, you know.
I don't think you have to pay him a lot of money. I would just do what? Okay, do one
He
or
wants
two.
like 40 M's.
Okay, he's not getting that. I would literally just point to this game and be like, this is not worth $40 million. I would do what, a year for 20, 25.
Even then, that's not enough. I mean, that's not enough. I mean, that's too much for
I
Klay
mean, I
Thompson.
mean, I think Klay Thompson still holds value for your team. I mean,
He,
he did have an off season. Obviously, he's washed up, but you have to take it into context. I think with, let's say the 76ers do get him, because with the Warriors, I think he was still being looked at as the second option or the third option, and that's clearly not what he is. Um, I think he's more of like a third, fourth option, or just a catch and shoot guy now at this point in his career. Obviously, can't sit in the chair anymore, but I think still behind Maxi and Embiid carrying a heavy load on offense, having Klay Thompson hit corner threes, like he could still do that. Um, he still averaged 15 points this season. And now it's like playing with Embiid and Maxi, he doesn't have so much pressure on him. I think that's what a lot of it came down to. He still had a lot of pressure to prove that he was that guy, and he's not. So I think if you just pair him with Maxi, pair him with Embiid, maybe sign. Are you still got? Well, you said you didn't want Tobias Harris back, so I don't know who you would really want as your solidified third option, because that's who
um,
is.
I think we'll sign him just so we can trade him.
But I mean, there is Paul George. He will be entering free agency, so
We get that boy Paul George. Yeah, it's wraps for the league. We got it.
I think I think Paul George would be nice for the 76ers, give you that wing, that other option. Kelly Oubre has also played very nice for you guys too. I hope you guys sign him back. I really like Kelly Oubre this season. But I think Clay still holds value for your team or for teams. He can still knock down threes and he can get red hot like any other player. Um, do I think he's done it as a Warrior? I don't think Klay Thompson. I think he's going to sign back with the Warriors. I don't see Klay Thompson playing in a different uniform. I don't see them breaking that core up. I just don't like. I don't see them. I don't see them trading Draymond. Some people are saying they should just, like, there was a dude on TikTok that said they should trade Steph. Like,
Let me tell you what dude at my job said, right? So he's a Wizards fan, okay? And they
okay,
suck. And I was like, what did I say? Oh, I said, yep, Wizards about to get that first overall pick and they're gonna draft a bust. And he was like, well, actually, they're gonna get that first overall pick and they're gonna take him, excuse me, and maybe like, what is it, Johnny Flynn? Is that his name?
there's Johnny Davis.
Johnny Davis. Johnny Davis.
Johnny,
Gonna take like
Johnny
him.
Flynn. That was from like '09.
That was the guy who was picked over Curry. Yeah, I think that's who
Yeah.
it is. So they're gonna take number one pick. They're gonna take Johnny Davis and then some other picks, and they're gonna trade it for Curry. Curry to the Wizards. It's gonna happen, and he actually believed it. He actually believed it, and I was like, "Yup." I was like,
See, yeah.
"Yup." They're going. They're trading for Curry. Y'all heard it here first. Curry is coming to DC. Just watch. It's gonna happen.
And then, so do I think the Warriors dynasty is over? Um, I think it's over. I don't think they're winning another chip unless they make a drastic change. Like, I
Wait, I
mean,
gotta take some in. I just gotta take this in right now. Man, we're not even near that part, but man, the Kings are in the playoffs. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
they fizzled out. I
They
don't.
lit. Hey, Kings. They lit the beam. Got the Warriors up out of there.
Hey, I guess that was like their whole season. As long as we get the Warriors up out of here,
That
they were
was
good.
all they're playing for.
Um, yeah, I think I don't think I think the Warriors dynasty is over. I don't know if they'll ever get to another. I don't know if they'll ever get another ring with teams just constantly rising in the West and them just constantly getting better, and the Warriors getting older. They're falling behind the wayside unless they make a drastic change, and I mean drastic, like they go get this is just pie in the sky. Like they go get Donovan Mitchell or just something crazy to shake up the league, then I don't see them winning another title. And then in the East, we had the first playing game, which was the Heat versus the 76ers. And it wasn't Tyrese Maxey. It wasn't Joel Embiid who won the game. It was Nicholas Batum who won the game. He beat all the allegations on why he's in the fourth quarter. It wasn't looking for the good for the Sixers at first. They were down by like 15 points at one point. They were just getting dogged on. Jimmy Butler then went down in the first quarter, late first quarter, early second quarter. I think it was a late first. He went down to the knee injury, and then the Heat for the most part had control of the game, and then like that second half, mid third quarter, Nicholas Batum just turned it on, hit 6 threes, was playing great defense, rebounding. Then Joel Embiid came along in the fourth quarter, and then they just kind of sealed the game from there. So now they are going to go play the Knicks in the. They are going to go play the Knicks as the seventh seed,
Yep.
and then the next playing game was the Bulls versus the Hawks, which
Wait,
was
wait,
kind
where we get to that? It's crazy because like earlier in the season, I was watching a game while doing the podcast, and I remember I was just like, "Dude, it's the fourth quarter. Why is Batum in?"
of.
I remember saying that on this podcast, watching a game live, because I'm pretty sure he like airballed a three, and I was like, "Why is he in?" Because who else do we have at the time? Oh, I think it might have been Oubre who was on the bench. I'm like, why is Kelly Oubre on the bench?
Or maybe he was hurt. Was it that time he was probably hurt?
Oh yeah, he got hit by
Probably
the
hurt.
car. That's right. That's what it was. And
He was
Batum
probably
was
hurt.
playing in the fourth. I'm like, what is this? What is this? This isn't 2012 when we're on the Blazers. But what we want to talk about the Hawks game next? Is that
Yeah,
what it
then
was?
we're talking about the Hawks and the Bulls, which really wasn't much of a game. Kobe White, my glorious king, Kobe White. He ended up with what 40? Yeah, he ended up with 40, just completely destroying the Hawks and dismembering their season. And what should be a lot of questions for the Hawks. I don't know what they should do, or should
Trey
they tear it?
Young
I was say should
to
they
the
do they
Trey
just
Young to the Trey Young to the Spurs.
So I was watching a video on teams that had accelerated their rebuild. Um, it actually made a lot of sense. So basically, one of the teams that the guy pointed out, I really wish I could find the guy who did it. Um, but he talked about how teams who accelerate their rebuild didn't pan out.
Yep.
One example was,
Cavs.
well, it wasn't that. It was Drew Holiday came off his All Star season to the Pelicans. That
Mm.
didn't work out. Luka Doncic after his rookie year, they got Porzingis. That didn't work out. And then another one was, I guess this was a Trey Young one. Now that they got DeJounte Murray or something like that. I don't. I think they just need to go ahead and tear it down. Just tear it down.
Dude, the crazy thing is they have such a good team. Like their team is solid. Like look at the roster. Like those are solid guys. Those are actual good rotation pieces right there.
The only one that is a good rotational piece, I would say, is was it Bojan or is it Bogdan? Bojan.
Bogdan Bogdanovich.
Is it
Dude,
Bo?
it's Bogdan.
Okay,
They
that's
got
Bogdan.
Bogdan, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson,
Jalen
freaking
Johnson's good.
freaking Sadiq Bey. They got Clint Capella, Nweka Konwu. Like that's a good seven right there, or whatever. How many numbers I just named, and then you have Trey Young, who's a freaking All NBA caliber player, and
Yeah.
then it's just crazy how the team just sucks,
It just
dude.
I don't
Like it's crazy because Trey Young is like actually rated the worst defender in the league. Like he's so below. Like, and the thing is, he's in the 99th percentile for best offensive player, and he's in the 0th percentile for defense. That's such a crazy large gap. It's insane.
it's just because like that's why I said on the last episode was you can't win a championship or win big with Trey Young as your number one guy because he's so bad on defense. And unless you have a superstar elite player next to him, next year will be Victor Wembanyama. Um, then it won't work. It won't work. And I just think Atlanta just needs to tear it down, trade away Clint, trade away um, Trey Young, trade away Murray, and just start over with Onyeka, start over with Jalen Johnson, trade away Bojan or Bogdan, trade away Hunter. Like just trade it all away. Just trade it. Like just see what assets you can get back, young players, draft picks. See what you can get back because they're in NBA purgatory right now. They're always in the. They've been in playing for what 3 or 4 years straight now, and people are like, "Well, Trae Young did have that run in Atlanta. Yes, that was one run, but that was back in 2021. So that was eons ago. So we need to speed this thing up. And I just think you just got to just trade him. Just trade him. Trae Young is still an all-star caliber player, so you'll be able to get at least two firsts. I mean, bare minimum two firsts in a young asset or a young player. I don't. I mean, is that a fair? Would you say that's fair?
Yeah,
Like if you're the Hawks, if you're the Hawks GM and the Spurs send you two, three first round picks and let's say Devin Vassell, are you doing it?
yeah.
Like if I'm the Spurs, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Also, because this draft class is not that great, so you're not getting any generational talent. So I would just go ahead and try and get Trey Young, somebody who's proven.
See, but at the same time, people say that all the time, and then there'd be a generational talent.
Yeah, there will. I think there. I mean, I think there would be a lot of great role players. Generational talent, I don't see it just yet. Maybe Alexander Sarr. He's from France. He's like 7'2", 7'3", and he can move like
Yeah,
Wimby.
he's really good in
Yeah,
2K.
yeah, he is really good. 2K. And I heard the other dude, Topic, Nicola Topic or something like that.
Yeah.
He's another guy, but there's nobody that's like blinking on the radar, screaming number one pick. Like, there's no Zion in this draft class, or John Morant in this draft class, or um, LeBron. Like, there's no like
Yeah, there's no
surefire.
big name, but there's still always is usually a good player in there.
I
So
think it
to
also
say,
has that's what to do with player development.
yeah, plus like there still can be a lot of good players in there, They can all still be really good. I mean, we just don't know.
Yeah,
So like I don't even put too much hype in it. If you get the number one pick, you're in good hands, really.
yeah. And then so now fast forward to today, we had the final playing games for the eight seeds. The first game was the Bulls and the Heat. Jimmy Butler didn't play, and the Bulls ended up getting spanked.
Let me talk
Um,
about this. I'm watching this game, right? And I'm just like, man, the Bulls offense is terrible. Like they just can't get nothing going.
nope.
And like they were settling for like these, corner threes because they run through the whole plays and stuff. And that's what it gets them slightly open on a corner three, but then there's a brick in it the whole time. I'm like, Jesus, Bulls suck.
Yeah.
Kobe White tried to save him. He just couldn't do it tonight. He couldn't go for it again.
Nah, it was it's very hard to be a Bulls fan. Um Definitely think we're another team that should just go ahead and then just break it up. Trade the whole team, keep Kobe, keep Io, keep Dalen Terry, and just see if we can trade Caruso, get assets, trade Zach Levine for whatever we can get for him. I don't sign Lonzo back. I understand Lonzo's good, but Kobe White is emerging. Lonzo has injury history, and he's only going to get older. And I just go ahead and just leave. Let somebody else pick up Lonzo. Um, do you think Lonzo still has value in the league, or
Yeah.
would you like to see him on the Sixers?
You said what?
I said, would you like to see him on the Sixers?
That'd be cool. I would send you Marcus Morris and a second round pick for Lonzo Ball.
Well, he's going to be a free agent this year, so you can just
Well,
sign
yeah,
him.
I know he'd be free agent,
Yeah.
but
Um,
yeah.
so the Heat will now play the Boston Celtics in round one as the 8th seed versus the 1 seed. Didn't really nothing really much happened in that game. It was just a blowout. And then is there anything you had on that game? Or you already said it?
Um, the Heat, man, they were. You just gotta understand about the Heat. You have guys that are always gonna step up. So even though there's no Jimmy Butler,
Mm-hmm.
I actually did kind of think the Bulls would win this just because how hot they were.
I thought so
But
too.
yeah, a guy like Tyler Hero, yeah,
Yeah,
he's not the best player in the world, but like when it's time to step up, he's actually going to put that ball in that basket, and you just got to understand that.
absolutely.
A 7 game series is different, but like 1 game scenario, yeah, Tyler Hero, he's going to put the ball in the basket.
Right.
That's all I got for that game.
And then the second game of the night was the Kings and Pelicans. Pelicans had control over the whole game. Like
Yeah.
basically from start to finish, it was Pelicans all night. We know Zion didn't play, but it was no problem. BI had like 24, 25 points. And then their role players stepped up. Jonas Valanciunas had like 18 or 14. And then, you got Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, you got Jose Alvarado, all those guys just kind of stepped up. And now the Pelicans will end up playing the 1 seeded Oklahoma City Thunder,
Yep.
which should be interesting. I wish Zion would play. I am praying that he plays. I would love to see him play. Um, so we can run down the list of predictions for West, East, and West.
All right.
All right. So for the 1-8 matchup in the West, we got Thunder, Pelicans. I'm going to take the Thunder.
Yep. Taking Thunder.
I'm going to take them in 6. I'll take them in 6.
Thunder in 5.
Thunder in 5. And then for the 2-7 matchup, we got Lakers and Nuggets.
Nuggets in 4.
I'm going to say Lakers in 6.
You're crazy.
Oh, wait, not Lakers in 6. I'm sorry. Nuggets in 6. Nuggets in
Oh,
6.
okay.
I'm going to say Nuggets in 6. My bad. I don't I don't there's a lot of what ifs for the Lakers. If D'Lo plays this way, if AD plays this way,
Yo, D'Lo was MVP, bro. He was cooking that first playing game.
is I just I think what the Nuggets have beaten the Lakers like 12 straight times. Like they own the Lakers, and I think the Lakers take some pride in that. But I just I don't see a way that they can beat the Nuggets. I don't see unless everybody on that team like they have to play perfect. I think for the Nuggets, in order to beat the Nuggets in a series, you have to play perfect, like mistake free, because they will make you pay.
Yeah.
And one, you're not shutting down Jokic. He's too skilled. He's just way too skilled. And Murray, I think your best chance of winning is trying to shut down all the other auxiliary pieces. Try and shut down Murray as best you can. Porter Jr. and everybody else. I don't think they can beat. I don't think the Lakers can beat them.
Nope.
And then the 3-6 matchup is what? The Timberwolves and the Suns.
Give me Suns and 7.
Now, I think the Suns won all matchups this year, right? Against them.
I don't know.
I believe they did. I believe they won like all the matchups against them this year. Um it really can go either way for me because the Suns don't really have anybody that can guard. And I feel like Ant will go off this
Offense
entire.
versus defense.
We obviously know how Rudy Gobert is in the playoffs, and he's gonna get exposed. I feel like the Timberwolves are going to win in 7 because I feel like Bradley Beal is going to be an X factor, yes, but he's not going to propel this team over the top. And I feel like there's nobody to guard Ant and there's nobody to guard Cat. So I'm going to go Timberwolves in 7. And then what we got the 4-5 matchup, which is what is it? It's the Clippers and the Mavericks.
Mavericks and 6.
I'm going to go Mavericks in 7 because I don't know if Kawhi is going to be healthy, so I'm not sure. But I'll still go. Even if Kawhi is healthy, I'm going Mavericks in 7. And then moving on to the East, the 1-8 matchup, Celtics Heat. If there's no Jimmy Butler, I say Celtics in 5. If Jimmy Butler does play, I say Celtics in 6.
If Jimmy Butler plays, Heat in 5. If Jimmy Butler doesn't play, give me Celtics in 6.
Wait, Heat in 5 if Jimmy plays?
Yeah,
That's like your first upset. So then, like the East will be wide open for like anybody.
it already is.
It is
Celtics are frauds.
fraudulent team. The 2-7 matchup is Sixers and the Knicks.
Sixers and 7.
This series can go either way. Joel Embiid's not fully healthy.
Yep, another year of it.
And I don't know. I don't know. He's not fully healthy, and that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But I feel like even a slightly lesser version of Joel Embiid, he's gonna go through Isaiah Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson and all those guys. So I'm gonna go Sixers in 7. And it's gonna be a close series from start to finish. The 3-6 matchup is what? Is that the hold on. Who's a 3 seed? 3 seed
Bucks.
Bucks and the Pacers, right?
Yeah.
So Bucks Pacers. I want to go Pacers. I'm going Pacers in 6.
Give
They
me
beat them all 4 times this season.
Pacers in 7.
They beat them all 4 times this season. Even with Giannis 60 ball, even with Giannis's 50 ball, they lost. There will be no Giannis this time. I feel like the Bucks already have a terrible defense, and they're not gonna stop Tyrese Halliburton and them. And Pascal Siakam is averaging like 22 and 9 since being on the Pacers. So yeah, give me Pacers in 6. And then for the 4-5 matchup, it's Cavs Magic.
Tough.
This could go either way.
Might be Magic in 7. Might
I'm
be.
I'm gonna go Magic in. I'm also gonna go Magic in 7.
Look, I was listening to J. Cole's a lot, 21 Savage earlier, or 21 Savage with J. Cole. I was listening to it earlier, and J. Cole started talking about Markelle Fultz and how he respects him. He's gonna get his jump shot back. Ever since that verse dropped, I feel like Markelle Fultz has been making a resurgence in the league. It's just he plays for the Magic, so it's like nobody talks about it. And yeah, that's all I
Nope.
got on that. Nothing more. I
Nobody
think the Magic.
nobody talks about the Magic in general because it's the Magic and they don't have a lot of televised games. I think the Cavs will struggle because of, again, Mobley's inability to shoot on offense. He hasn't grown as an offensive player. Jared, I was gonna say Jared Vanderbilt. Jared Allen, he still can't shoot, and he's not gonna give you really much on offense. Paulo, after the All Star break, was averaging like 25. You still got Frongs. They're all the Magic are also a very deep team, believe it or not. You have Jonathan Isaac, who his per 36 minutes, he's like one of the top rated defensive players just in general. You still got Markel Fultz, Cole Anthony, Wendell Carter Jr. You got Jalen Suggs, who's an all NBA defender this season. I just think I think they'll give them the Cavs a run for their money, and the Cavs have just been really up and down the entire season. So I think Cavs are going to lose this series in 7. So give me the Magic, and then once the second round comes, we'll discuss the second round. So
So what?
I was just saying that we'll get to the second round once the second round comes. We'll discuss
Yeah.
the second round. Um. So yeah, that's all I really had.
Yeah. My laptop's about to die anyways. It's
All
like
right.
on 5%, I think.
So that's our first round predictions.
Oh,
After
for
the
sure.
first round is done, we'll give the second round predictions. Playoffs start on Sunday, I believe. So
Yep. Philly all the way.
we'll be locked in. So I don't have a team, but I'll go with the Magic. So come on, Magic. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, get us to 100 subs, and we will be with you guys next time. So yeah,
Yep. See y'all.
see ya.